Are we live?
Hello, we are.
All right. Hey, y'all. Hello, everybody. Woo. Another day in the new year. Yep.
How y'all liking January?
It's good. It's been good for us so
been
far.
good, yeah.
It's been a good January. What you knitting, baby?
If I do it right, it's going to be a baby outfit, a baby jumper, a little baby romper.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
It's my first one, so we shall see how this goes.
I think it's gonna be good. I like the yarn.
I wish
I think
I had
it looks
more
pretty.
of it.
You want to show everybody? Oh, I didn't even realize they can't even see it.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, just a second. Gotta pause for a
There we
second.
go.
Did I do that part right? Yeah, I did. Okay, just make sure.
Yeah.
So here's the little legs. Like they're gonna, I'm gonna attach them to the little leggies. So here's the bottom part.
I think that's gonna be awesome.
And I'm about halfway through. I gotta make the top part and little sleeves in the back and everything. But the design, I don't know if y'all can see the design pattern in that. I don't know if that comes through, but
see it.
There's a pattern there that is just so lovely. Like that I don't know. I like that intricate work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. I think it's good.
Making a baby outfit. Not for my baby. Not for a baby I'm having. For somebody else's baby.
Yep. No more babies coming out of this baby factory here. Nope. The bakery is closed. Yep. No bread in the oven. No biscuits. No whatever terms you want to use for it.
I know so many other people who are having babies and who are pregnant. So I'd like to.
Yep.
Put together a little something special for them. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I like it. It's cute. I just want to mention, as people are getting on, you'll notice we didn't do a live the last couple Thursdays, and we're kind of getting away from doing 2 lives a week and only going to do the Sunday lives.
Yep.
But because we want to be able to put out a regular video of Angie's on Thursday, so on Thursdays, instead of doing our regular live that we had been doing, we're going to end up doing, she's going to put out a regular video on her channel as well as Facebook. And then we'll just do our normal 1 live on Sundays. So now we're not planning to get away from that live. We plan to keep coming to you every Sunday.
So Sunday will be our regular live day, and that'll be the only live for the week.
Yep. And that gives us lots to talk about.
Feel free to watch it whenever. Like y'all can go on and click on it and watch it any day of the week. It's just if you actually
if you want to watch it on Thursday, watch it on Thursday.
But if you want to actually interact and talk with us, it's going to have to be on Sunday for our once a week live.
Yep. So also just
all these people coming in. Yeah. Hey everybody.
And I'll mention this a couple times throughout the live just so y'all know. But there is a after us instead of Chestnut Hills Farm and Chestnut Hills. If y'all are on here, let us know when and if y'all are doing your live tonight. But my understanding is Chestnut Hills is gonna change their time tonight, and there's actually a live at 6 with Haas Tools and Tracy from Just Dig It Farms, and they have a big announcement they're gonna do.
I don't know if any of y'all watch Haas or Tracy or just Haas or Just Dig It Farms, but they're both gonna be together on the same live 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So if you go over to Haas Tools' YouTube channel or on Facebook, they're gonna do a live at 6, and you'll be able to see that. And again, I'll mention it a couple times because I know some people will hop on a little bit later. But that should be good. I'm actually excited. I think we're gonna watch that. I'm excited to watch it.
So I don't know if that means that Chestnut Hills is like moving their live to a different time, or I didn't know. So if you guys,
so if we
if we see Chestnut,
if we happen to see them on here, or if you're on now, just put it in the comments so everybody knows. So it's been a bit of an eventful week.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. So first, y'all saw the video where I had to be apologetic to Gimli because our fencing, it was weird. So our Premier One fencing that we got for the goats, it was supposed to have been here last week on Saturday. So like 8 days ago, it was supposed to have been here. And that's what FedEx was saying. Like when I looked up the tracking number, it said 8 days ago, it was going to be here. And then come Saturday, it like updated. I guess it must have been running late. So then it updated to Monday.
Right.
So, I ended up, it worked out because I got to test out the old fence and all that good stuff. But
We sure tested out some fence, that's for sure.
Yeah. So then Monday came and we were able to get that fencing up Monday or Tuesday. I think we did it Tuesday.
I think it was Tuesday, yeah.
Yep. So we got that fencing up, and man, y'all, that Premier One fencing has just been awesome.
It works, y'all. It really does. Like I wouldn't promote something to y'all unless I was sure that this thing works.
Yeah, it works. It's good stuff.
Y'all.
It's really, really good stuff. We and the goat fencing that we got, it's different than the chicken fencing that we have from before.
Right. It's not the same kind of.
Well, yeah, the chicken netting is all really flexible. The goat netting is a lot lighter, and it's got kind of like stiff vertical things on it, so the fencing, it holds up better, it doesn't sag. Right. So I really like that. Someone asked, what are you making? Just because some other folks came on since we talked about
this is a baby outfit. It's gonna be a little baby jumper, baby romper. You know, I'm making the bottom of it and then the top. So yeah, if I do it right. And it's got that lovely pattern work in it. I love that pattern. That's just breathable, soft. Yeah, it'll be my first baby romper. So
yeah,
give it a try.
You know, it's a challenge. It's a new challenge for you. I like it.
But yeah, it was hard for me to describe the new goat fencing to someone who's used their chicken fencing. So it's the same concept. It's the same electric netting sort of fencing, and it's white, and it's the same concept. But it's just lighter and hard to describe. It's just different.
It just holds up better.
It holds up better, stakes into the ground better. It's lighter. Yeah, it's got a different shape on the netting on the squares than the chicken fencing versus the goat fencing. But they're both good. I mean, if you have chickens or goats, they're both good, and they both shock really well, and they both, you know, you can use them. Yeah, you can use them.
No,
I'm not.
Not having a baby. Nope.
It's not for my baby. It's for somebody else's baby.
Yeah. So we mentioned a minute ago. There's lots of folks that we know that are pregnant or have recently had babies, and so that's why she's doing it.
Time to make gifts.
Really, y'all, she's doing it because it fills that need in her soul to make things for a baby.
You don't
and
know.
So it's good. It's good for her to make this. It's like when she gets to hold babies of friends and stuff, and then she gets to give it back. It fills that need without having to have one.
Are you hoping it works that way with piggies?
Yeah, I am. I'm hoping that the word I won't say, that you can just go hold someone's and give it back, you know. So
I don't think it works that way.
I think it might. So far, so good.
I think the desire for that never
so
goes
far
away.
So good.
I've got empty nest syndrome when it comes to piggies.
And you don't worry, Miss Vanessa, you are not late.
No, you're fine.
We just started 8 minutes ago, so you're good. We haven't covered anything other than we're not having a baby. And for those of you that came on, you'll notice that we haven't done a live the last couple Thursdays, and that's because we're going to transition to just doing the one live on Sundays.
Once a week.
And then on Thursdays, Angie's going to put out an extra video. She was putting out 2 videos a week, or trying to. I think a couple of weeks we only put out 1 on your channel.
We've been slacking. I'm gonna try to pick up the pace on that. We just fallen behind a little
the
bit.
goal is she's going to put out 3 videos on her channel to kind of go along with the 3 videos on our main channel. Yeah. So. And then on Facebook, it just means you'll see an extra video pop up. So
I have a lot of stuff I want to do and talk about, on my channel. I just, I don't know. Either I find time to film it, and he doesn't have quite time to edit it on top of all the other videos, or I haven't quite gotten the concept together enough to sit down and film it, and he's waiting on me to film it. One or the other.
Yep. Happy birthday, Miss Doris.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All y'all wish Miss Doris a happy birthday in the comments. Happy birthday. It's always a good day.
Yeah,
birthdays are always a good day.
Years of wisdom and experience and share your memories.
Yep. So, and then y'all saw that we got the goats in the netting, and it's been working out really, really well.
So far, no problem.
I like getting them out into that area. Now, a lot of y'all had asked us and commented, I won't say a lot, but some of y'all had asked us why we don't put the netting back by their current area out in the barn and just run it off there so they could go back under if there was a rainstorm, and then we wouldn't have to worry about them or anything. And the reason is because that's going to be their permanent area. And I'm pointing behind me because that's out front where the netting is. That's going to be their permanent area. And so we want the goats to get used to that area so they feel more comfortable in that area instead of just throwing them out there just willy-nilly, all at once. We felt like it was a good transition.
I want them to know that that's home, that that's their place of safety and sanctuary. I want them to be really used to that spot.
Yep. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, it is so easy to put them away at night. Like when they're ready to go to bed, you just put down that fence and they all go running back to the barn. So it's not a problem to move them back and forth. Once we get a shelter put up out there, we will start transitioning them to staying out there overnight. But we're going to see, I don't know how that's going to work out yet. Yep.
Do you want to tell them about the one mishap we had with the barn cat?
Oh yeah. So
we have one.
It was kind of a little bit worrisome at first, but it turned out okay. Y'all didn't see this on the video, but we
panicked for a
second. Milk. So we had put the fence on, and then we got the goats and turned the fence off and put the goats in, put the netting back up, and we didn't realize
it was good until
we didn't realize Milk had gotten in there while we were putting the goats in. So we turned the fence back on,
and Milk's in there.
Milk went to try and come out the same way he went in, and Milk got shocked, and it freaked him out a little bit. So he started running and then jumped over the fence and ran out into the woods, and we didn't see him for probably 2 hours.
It was one of those funny videos that you see on TikTok or something, like a ping pong moment, like ran.
Yeah, he kept running, didn't know where to go.
I've never seen him panic and bolt that hard. He was like flashing back and forth, like, what do I do? What do I do? And he was panicked.
Yeah, so I'm sure it was scary for him. Yeah.
We had to go find him and apologize and love him up and give him some extra food.
Yeah, but we did. We got him back. He came back home, and we snuggled him up, and he was fine. He's not hurt or anything. The electric fence, you feel it, but it's not designed to hurt animals. It's really not. It's not designed to injure them. So there's never going to be any injuries from the animals touching it.
It's not going to damage you. You're just going to remember that it hurt.
Yeah, that's the truth. You will remember it. It doesn't feel good at all. But that's the point, right? It's if it didn't hurt, they would just run it over. Right. So
they wouldn't respect it.
They tested it a few times. Everybody tested it except for Marshmallow.
He was like
Marshmallow. He's like,
everybody else tested. He said, "I'll
watch y'all go do that. I'm just gonna stand back and watch."
He said, "I'll watch what happens to y'all, and then I'll know." He's a smart one. He's a quick one.
Yeah, he is smart, man alive. He is. Whew, he didn't go over there at all.
No.
He didn't even come close to it. Not one time.
The second one of them got popped, he just kind of ooh. He was like, nope, don't want that. Don't want that.
You should get Lester to come help you build a shelter. He's pretty quick. Well, if he came and helped build it, I'm sure the roof would be plenty angled so that the rainwater would run off. So wouldn't have any issues with that.
It'd be all
but I definitely did some Lester measurements of my own when we were putting up this fencing.
We did. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of a trial thing.
Yeah, my goal was a square, and it did not end up a square at all. It's kind of round on one side and.
So he said, "Oh, Milk, that's a cute name." Yeah, my daughter came up with that. She named him Milk. I thought that was the cutest name for a cat. I'm like, how'd you think of that? Milk for a cat. I mean, it makes sense.
Milk and Holly. Holly is the other barn cat we have. Yep, Milk and Holly. So they're both good. They're good cats. Neither of them. Milk, you would swear if you came and if you came over, Milk would just come up to you and love on you like he's a house cat. But I'm gonna tell you, he does not like coming indoors. No. He'll come in, like if we hold the door open for him, he'll just kind of step in real cautiously, but he wants to go right back out the minute he hears something.
He's like,
so
okay, that's nice, but
it's not familiar to him. Yeah, he he was born and raised outdoors, and that's where he likes to stay.
He wants his people to come to him, and he'll snuggle you, but you can go right back in that house, and he stays outside.
Yep. And they stay plenty warm and stuff. So we put plenty of blankets out there for him in the winter, so they don't have any issues. Yeah, I think it's a combination of both, but Milk does the most digging. Is Milk the one who is the naughty one? Yes.
I'm sure Holly's not completely innocent, but it probably is mostly Milk.
I think it is mostly Milk for sure, because he's usually the one I catch in there.
Yeah.
He's usually, but
catch him red-handed.
Since we've been closing up the greenhouse, I go out actually about now. I'm gonna be a little late closing it up tonight, but normally we go out about now and close it up. And he hasn't been getting in, so it's been good. We replanted the arugula in there, and it's all come up. They haven't dug it up yet, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. We're gonna get to the we're gonna get to talking about Henry. That's coming. That's we're getting there. We're almost there. There.
Yes, Miss Sandy, we did move to Alabama. That's where we live now.
Oh, yes. Alabama. Yep, we moved to Alabama. Yep. We are we're in the Thomasville, Alabama area. So, yep. Hello in Ireland.
Wow.
And I think I saw some Australia folks on earlier. So hello out there, and all our international big family.
I saw some from the Netherlands.
Yep. Scat mats. Nope, never heard of scat mats. So I'll have to look that up and see. I've never heard of that, because I was telling Angie how frustrated I was just thinking about the garden and planting and how are we going to keep the cats out. And really the only thing I can come up with is you just plant a big enough garden that it doesn't matter.
Right. That they can't tear it all up.
Yeah, they can't tear it all up. And I think that was probably the case at our old house. Like we never noticed that there was a problem with them digging.
Right.
But I think it's because we had so much stuff planted that we just didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I really think that's probably the case.
The likelihood.
Yeah, that's got to be the case. For those of you who have joined right after we started, we mentioned tonight, instead of the Chestnut Hills live, I think they're doing a live later.
Yeah.
But at 6, there's going to be a live with Haas Tools and Tracy from Just Dig It Farms. They have an announcement. So if you go to Haas Tools,
I like their announcement too.
And if you've never watched Haas Tools, even if you don't have a garden or whatever, man, they're just a hoot to watch.
It's pretty
Greg
funny.
is so funny. Yeah, they're a kick. They crack me up.
It's
I love watching
it's
them.
Like the Homesteader's Garden version of the Late Show or something like
that.
It's just a
good
show or something, or like
it's just a good
talking show, but it's like the garden version of that. Yeah.
All right. So Chestnut Hill says they're just releasing a video, no live tonight.
So no live.
So there you go. No live. They're releasing the video. Make sure to watch the video they release, and then go over at 6 after we get done and check out the live with Haas Tools. Again, just look up Haas Tools on Facebook or YouTube, and it'll pop right up for y'all. So now to kind of get to what y'all are really wanting to hear. So we put the goats out the other day, and we thought, you know what? There's really not enough for them to eat out here, for them to be out here all day. So we decided to move the hay bale, or we had 2 hay bales, and I guess we can talk about that too here in a minute. But we have 2 hay bales.
Moving the hay bales,
and
that was fun.
And so we put it in the horse trailer that we were given from Jason and Brooke over at Cog Hill Farm, who we love so much.
And we got that idea from them because they used to store hay in that.
Yeah, they used to store at their old place, at the old Cog Hill farm. They had a round bale that they had stored in the trailer. And so we did the same thing. We put one of the round bales in. I pulled it around to I pulled it around to the area out there where they're out there kind of grazing on trees and brush.
It took a little bit of sweat and muscle to maneuver them bad boys
the bale in there. Yeah.
But we did it. Round bale. And then we get it out there.
Got it out there, got the hay thrown out, and we realized that Henry, and at this point, y'all, it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we realized that Henry is not looking right. He's not putting weight on one of his legs. and he's not wanting to walk, and he's not wanting to come along and go anywhere. And so
it was one of those oh crap moments.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
You anybody who raises animals or has animals, when you see one of them limping or not putting weight on a
Yep.
leg, you're like, oh no, what is wrong? You know, just
yeah. So unfortunately, it's like 5 o'clock and places are closed.
Right. Can't run them to the vet real quick.
I tried calling vets anyway. I would look up their hours, and if they were open at least till 5, I would try calling them. And I called I called several vets. Probably, I don't know, 4.
You were blowing up everybody's phone.
Yeah, 4 or 5 vets.
You were trying to find anybody that would take this late at night.
Yep.
You know?
And the only hope I had was someone had referred us to a vet in Atmore, Alabama, and Loosedale, Mississippi, and both those are almost 2 hours away, and the places weren't open. So
that's a 4-hour round trip just to get in there that night. And it, like you said, it was already after 5.
So then I came across I think it's Valley Grande Animal Hospital, I think is what it was, in Selma.
Yep.
And called them. They were getting ready to close too.
Like,
but
wait.
The vet there, turns out, used to be like a farm vet or a livestock vet. And so she was willing to take them. And there was just a $100 after hours charge, which was you know what, when it comes to your animals, that's it is what it is. So we loaded up Henry in the cab of the truck, not in a cage in the back of the truck or a trailer. We loaded him up in the cab of the truck because otherwise he's going to get real windblown and stuff. And we just didn't want that for him.
I'm not making him ride an hour in the back of the truck in a cage.
And then it's going to be all bumpy and it's going to be hard on his leg. And so call us crazy, but you know what? We're also the folks that moved goats down in the back of a minivan. So
I'll have him in my lap if I have to, but I'm going to get him there.
Yeah. So we got him there, or she got him there. Her and Avery took him. And the vet was really good, right? You said she was really, really good.
Really knowledgeable. She's a funny person. She's a little quirky, but she's, she knows her stuff. She was really good.
And turns out he just got injured on the back of his knee, like on the back side of his knee where the crook is.
Not an actual injury to the leg. It was like
just a cut that had gotten infected. And my guess is he got injured one of the first days that we put him out on the pasture. And it had a few days to start to fester.
Right. And we just didn't notice it. We didn't see it because it was on the inside back under part of his leg. And like he said, it just got really bad. In fact, it got infected bad enough to where it was so swollen that he couldn't put weight on it. It started to limp and everything. And that's when we found him. So.
And so one thing about goats that some of y'all, I don't know if you know or not, goats, they will look and act normal even when they're sick. They'll look fine, they'll be fine, and then all of a sudden one day when it's finally so bad that it's critical, and then they start acting sick
and then they fall out.
And so that's why people think goats they go quick. Well, it's not that they die quick, it's that they don't show any signs or symptoms all the time until it's too late.
It's just that we didn't know about it, until that point. And that's what will happen. They'll trick you. You won't know nothing about it until that point. So they'll and it's amazing how they can tolerate it. Because even Henry, that had to be painful. It had to be hurting. And he would just be brave enough to limp his way to the truck. Every time I asked him to walk with me, he would try to walk, and he'd try to, manage, and he'd like bump it or accidentally put weight on it, and he just and he just kind of cringe and cry a little bit. And then, but that had to be really, really painful. And it was like visible when she gave him the pain meds. It was like instant. He was like, it was like relief. He just started sagging and lulling, and he was like, oh, that's better. But I'm amazed at what they can tolerate. They have a pain tolerance.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The vet that Cog Hill uses that's at a college is Auburn. They take them to, they usually, if they're taking an animal, if they have to take an animal to there, though, it's usually pretty serious. But they are like, they have a premier vet program there, and they're top serious, of the top notch vets at Auburn, top notch. There was another thing on here.
Henry is still taking the antibiotics. I have one more dose to give him in the morning. That'll be his last dose of antibiotics. He is
doing better. He's up and alert more. He's still resting a lot. He's not putting weight on the leg, and it is still swollen, but the swelling has gone down. It's gone down a little bit. I won't say a ton, but it has started to go down.
Yeah.
But it's only been what, 3 days since
Right.
his first dose.
And
So
and I check on him, a lot, and I make sure I look out the window and I go out there with him and brush him a little bit, and I make sure that every time I see him that he has moved to a different spot, like he's not in the same spot where I left him. So he is getting up, getting water, pottying, going back to a different spot.
Funny goats in a minivan, it would make for a great video. So that reminds me of something, not to get sidetracked, but on Angie's channel, if you're on YouTube, Big Family Matters, that's what her channel is. She did I guess you could call it a reaction video.
I did.
Where we all we reacted to some of our old videos.
All of us just watching these old things. Yeah.
Now, one of the videos, she's gonna do another video like that. There was mixed bag of comments. Some people loved it. Some people didn't like that. It was like, our talking kind of over the quieted old video that was showing.
Got everything in between.
But we're going to do another one because a lot of y'all loved it. And this, you're going to see the goats in the minivan on it. You'll see it.
I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen any of the reaction videos that, I missed it.
Okay.
There we go. That one. I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched reaction videos or if y'all have ever seen videos where somebody's playing a game or watching something happen on a screen and they're commentating along with it. But that's kind of what it is. You have to be used to the noise. You have to be used to somebody talking over the sound of the actual video. You're going to have my reaction on this side of the screen, and then you're going to have what's actually going on the other side.
Yeah. So really, it's kind of like a commentary on our older videos.
Yeah.
Now, our older videos are out there to watch.
Yeah,
if y'all want to just watch the videos,
y'all can go see
they're linked at the end of the reaction video. I always link the videos that we talked about. Also, if you just scroll to the old videos, you'll see it. If you're on Facebook, though, our old videos aren't on Facebook because we weren't posting videos on Facebook yet.
Only YouTube.
Yep. So
and y'all can go back and laugh at us and look at all of the things we did and like what we looked like and what we tried and what failed. Y'all can go back and laugh at our old selves.
Yeah, but that's something we're going to continue doing. Again, you guys will see them on Facebook just on the normal thing, but on YouTube, if you go to Big Family Matters and show my sweet wife some love and subscribe over there, and then you'll get to see those reaction videos. They're really. I thought it was fun because we haven't watched those videos in a long time.
Avery seems to be your sidekick, Angie. She seems to go with you a lot. She does. That's what I was talking about when I said all of our kids are different. Avery is the kid that is out there with us in the dirt, in the garden, anything to do with animals or giving a shot or moving them or caring for them. Avery's like, what are we doing? Tell me what I can do to help. Can I go with you? She's like,
she just likes it. She enjoys
likes being outside.
Yep. She enjoys it. If there's going to be one kid who ends up kind of having a farm of her own, she's the one that I envision having it, right? You never know with your kids, right? They change and grow, and what they want changes, but
she says that's what she wants, her own farm, and she's got a whole idea of what that looks like in her mind.
We have not figured out for sure what he got cut on, but honestly, so the reason I think Henry cut it on one of his first days out in the pastures because he is the one goat that was climbing up in the trees the most. Now, I don't mean like hopping up into the tree, but he puts his front legs up and then reaches like a giraffe and sticks his tongue out and tries to grab onto whatever he can reach. So he's trying to get up. And so he was climbing trees all day for days. So I'm pretty sure that's how he ended up getting it cut. I
have a feeling. I mean, Mischievous Henry, he gets it. If there's a goat that's going to get into something, y'all, it's him. He's always into something, so he's going to get himself in a snag.
Yep. And a lot of y'all are saying you're going to miss Chestnut Hills tonight, and we love Nick and Zoe so much. Yep. But go over to Haas. It's going to be a good live for sure. It'll be interesting. So we do have. It'd be nice if Angie had a mic. We do have a mic.
Yeah,
we do have a mic. We have mics, plural, that when we make videos, we both try to wear. However, with the lives, it seems to cause a problem. We've tried wearing them during the lives,
it just
and
doesn't work
it
out.
causes issues. Yeah.
But I will try to speak up when I talk. I'll try to.
Yeah, and I'll try to
project a little
speak
Speak down.
down, I guess. Zoe hauled all kinds of animals in the back of her Yukon. Yeah,
I feel
yep,
you, Zoe.
yep,
I feel you.
yep. Is Henry limping still? Yes, Aunt Lucy. Henry is still limping.
Yeah.
He can't put weight on the leg yet, but he is improving. He's acting a little bit more normal and not being not being quite so sickly looking.
It's kind of like if one of us had a massive infection in our leg and like we were put on crutches and IV antibiotics and all this stuff, it would just take us a while to walk on that leg again. We'd still be on the crutches for several days. You know, it's kind of like that. Slowly but surely, he's getting better.
Yep.
Just one second.
Oh, where you headed, baby? What is she making? Angie is making a romper for babies, but not for our baby. We don't have any babies coming, but a baby, just not any particular one that I know of. Just we know a lot of people with babies. So,
and the funny thing is, I don't know. I know, you know, several people that are pregnant, but I don't know what they're having yet. So I'm currently making a girl outfit. Then I'm going to make a boy outfit and just kind of see what happens. Because I haven't been told one way or another what gender I'm making this or who I'm making.
You haven't decided, yeah. It'll go to somebody.
I haven't decided who's going to own this yet, but it's going to go to somebody.
Yep, it'll go to somebody. The Bearded West was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it and I loved it and hated it. I liked having it, but it just got in the way.
It did.
Like when you're trying to eat and it like, especially like drink or you're eating soup or something where it's like it gets in your mustache and drips all down and then you got to go wash it out. Cause I don't know if y'all have seen the commercial. There's a commercial on TV. I think it's like an Allstate commercial where he's like, oh, after a good meal, I love to sniff my beard. But yeah, that wasn't me. I went and washed out my beard. And
Lord help him if you tried to pop bubble gum and blow bubbles.
Yeah, no, I never even tried. Nope. And it would never fill in, right? So I've got a couple spots like this side, right in here. And like down in on both sides, kind of right in here, it doesn't fill in as thick. Yeah, so it'll grow there, but not as thick. So it's not like Zach over Head Family Farm, y'all. He can grow like this full bushy beard, like it's full, right? And mine's not like that. It's kind of thin and kind of scraggly looking. So yeah, Miles was just here asking questions. Good old Miles.
Little stinker.
Now he loves being outdoors too. Miles loves to be outdoors.
He's not going to go out and like help with farm stuff.
All right, I just want to. I'll just pause you for a minute. No. Henry does not need to come in the house.
No, he would. That's sweet.
Just because he would doesn't mean he should. Oh. Don't need no Henry snuggling in this house.
And that's the sad part. I know they're all sweet goats, but y'all, Henry he lives to be loved on. He lives to be loved.
No.
If you'll love on him, if you'll brush him, if you're willing to pet on him, he'll be your best friend. That's he's the most non-aggressive goat ever.
Oh, hold on, I gotta.
Oh, Winston. If it's not my kid getting into something, it's the dog getting into something. It's always something.
Thank you. Yep.
I'm telling you.
Oh, we saved him. We got him.
Got him. No Winston.
We got him. We got him. We had wings for dinner tonight, and one of the kids left their plate of bones sitting there, and then we didn't see it. Winston tried to grab it, so took care of that because, man, that is not
good. Guys. You got to put them away.
Yeah. They will.
Winston noticed.
When I don't know, some people feed their dogs things like the chicken bones and things like that, but
the wings
I wouldn't feed them any chicken bones really. Like they'll splinter and it'll get caught, and there's no way.
Not a good idea. I don't want to risk losing them.
Now, a dog that y'all probably most of y'all don't know, it was our dog we had before, Kosuke, and you'll see him in some of the older videos as we do the reaction videos, but he was a big old
he was a teddy bear.
What was he?
So he was a
German Shepherd something mix. Oh,
yeah,
Border Collie.
Border Collie mix.
German Shepherd Border Collie mix, and he was a big old fluffy bear. And
he was.
But y'all, he was. I love that dog, but he was bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
he was
bad.
He chewed a hole like this in our wall one time.
Okay, so
bad.
Have any of y'all seen Marley and Me? Have y'all seen the movie Marley and Me? So that dog, like, just look up the trailer for it. Just Google Marley and Me. That dog.
Yeah, he was bad, like Marley.
Picture him bigger and heavier, like picture a big dog, like 120 pounds, half German Shepherd, half Border Collie, big old fluffy, huge tail. Picture that kind of dopey dog and acts just like Marley.
But he,
just
you
like
know,
Marley.
He was a bad dog, but I sobbed like a little baby when he passed.
Every time you look back on it, though, you're like, I wish he could come to my house again. I wish he could come chew the wall.
Yeah, but I thought about it because he was smart too, was the problem. So it didn't matter what kind of trash can we got. He would always get in the trash, and he would eat only when there was bones in the trash. He shouldn't be getting. So I don't know how he lived, because he would just scarf down some like chicken bones, whole leg bones, and just swallow it.
Remember time he unlocked and opened the sliding pantry door, unlocked it and opened it, and
the pantry. We had a little like one of those little locks that you just kind of clip over the top on the pantry.
Got in it, but then the worst part was there was a lot of Halloween candy and chocolate cocoa powder and like hot chocolate mix up on that shelf.
Yeah, so we came home.
He's so big he could reach to the highest shelf, knocked it all down. Yeah, when we came home, what did it look like?
It looked like it snowed chocolate.
It looked like Halloween had
solid,
all over the place. Chocolate was covering the floor.
It was. Hold on.
Like the chocolate not on the powder chair, was like you had dusted the entire floor. There was chocolate all over his face. It was just. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was. It was bad.
I just kind of stared, and then you found the hole in the wall. Do you remember?
Yep. So it was kind of all one experience, right? So it was. We had left. I think we were gone for a couple days, and we had someone come over and feed them.
Yeah.
But we had them locked in the kitchen. There was a kitchen dining room area, and we had a sliding glass door that we had made a doggy door in, so they could go out in the backyard. So they had lots of room to roam, y'all. They weren't like
come back in, play in the kitchen.
Yeah. So we had someone coming to give them food and water on regular schedule. Well, they didn't like that we left. It was Sebastian and Kosuke that we had at the time.
And they would get mad if we left, and they let us know it.
And so Kosuke went up and he had learned. We finally caught him doing it one time, but he got his little snout and he would push that little lock up on the pantry with the sliding doors, and then he would take his paw and just claw it open. Well, and he got in there and we had a Costco size thing of hot chocolate mix.
Yeah, a huge can of hot chocolate mix.
Yep. And so he had gotten into that. Anyway, we came home after a couple of days, and it was solid hot chocolate on the kitchen dining room floor. Like I'm talking like solid.
How did they not die from eating candy, all that chocolate? Because that's poisonous to dogs.
Yeah,
I thought surely they're gonna die.
Yeah, and we could not account for all the wrappers. And then they had wanted to get out of the living room, so he had chewed a hole in the drywall. Like, y'all, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it was a huge hole. He had just chewed a hole in the drywall. I
could see the living room from the kitchen. There was a hole through my wall.
Oh my goodness!
He had chewed and dug a hole through the wall.
Yeah, and y'all, we lived in Navy housing at the time, and so yeah, when we moved out, we had to pay for that one.
And I swear the dog spoke English, and like it was just a very, very smart dog. Any puzzle or any thing you tried to hide from him, he would find it. Like he was a super smart dog. But just those awful but funny now memories are just kind of like those are the things we hold on to when we talk about Kosuke, and the girls are like, "Oh, I remember that."
Yeah.
I remember I fussed at the kids and you because I thought surely one of us is leaving this pantry open because I'd always find it cracked open. I thought my kids were leaving the pantry open, and then we caught the dog opening the pantry.
Yep. The vet visit. Yes, we talked about the vet visit earlier. Henry went to the vet. He came home. He got a shot of pain meds, a shot of antibiotics at the vet. He got 4 more doses of antibiotics that we've been giving him. He's got 1 left. Tomorrow is his last dose, and he is feeling better.
Yep.
but come, let's see, tomorrow's Monday. So come Wednesday, if he's not significantly improved, we're supposed to call her back and see what she wants us to do from there.
Yeah.
So
so by Wednesday or so, he should be attempting to walk on it again. He should be looking a lot better. So we'll see.
But so I didn't mean to get sidetracked on Casca, y'all. But Winston eating that chicken bone reminded me of that because he was, and he lived a nice full life. He did. Unfortunately, he ended up. It was really a rough thing. We were out at our old house in Louisiana, and I don't know. He was what 8?
Yeah.
And we had let him out in the front yard. We had never seen him go outside of our yard at all, and we didn't live like right next to the road. We lived kind of off the road a little bit, and so I let him out front. We were getting ready for church, and I let him out.
Usually he just
he would go to the bathroom and come right back to the door. So I let him out front and went to go put my tie on for church, and it wasn't more than 2-3 minutes. I walked back out front because he hadn't come back, and I'm like, that's weird. Why didn't he come back? And he was kind of laid down in the grass about 10 feet over from the road, and he'd gotten hit by a car.
He was limping and staggering back to me because I was wondering where he was, and we had to go for church. So I'm like, Casca, and I'm calling him, and then I see him down like on the edge of the road, and he's limping back across our yard to us, and he kind of hobbles, and then he collapsed right in the grass, and I was like, oh no, so I ran over to him, and I was like, he's hurt.
And so it was bad. It completely shattered his pelvis, and we took him to an emergency vet, of course, right away, and it turned out that he had. It was just so bad that the emergency vet said it would cost us a few $1,000s, and that's just for like a 20% chance that he might make it through the night. Like he was so injured and had so much trauma to him that she didn't think he was going to make it. So
she said the odds of him surviving the surgery were pretty low.
Yeah, so we ended up having to put him down, and it was sad. We were bawling. It was really hard. He meant a lot to us, but. That's unfortunately that happens sometimes, and we learned from it for sure, and we don't do that anymore. Now, for those of you, if you're just coming on, we're not talking about Henry. We're talking about our old dog that we had.
Right. We still have bad little Winston.
Yeah, we still have Winston, and Henry is on the mend, thank goodness. But yeah,
and
it's
old Bashy's going on 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going on 12
and
now. Old
dog. I've never understood people who I don't know. I always grew up with pets in the house with us, right? We always had dogs and cats, and so I've always seen animals as a companion for us.
Right.
And so I never understood like that whole country farmer. And not that all farmers are like this. This is just how I think about it. Like that country mentality.
Southern world view
that the animals are just animals. That who cares? Like you hit a dog. Oh well. Right. Or, I've never really understood that.
People that we knew, when I was a kid, they didn't want if they ever got to a point where they didn't want their dog or they were tired of it, they just take it out back and shoot it. And that's just the South, that I don't
think so. I think it's just the country. Like when I lived years ago, when I lived in Idaho, it was the same way with out in the country. Like that's kind of how people saw their animals.
But I'm like you, even though I grew up around it, I just never agreed with it. I don't agree that animals are just animals and they're meant to be abused and thrown away if you don't want them. I don't believe they're meant to be disposable, or I don't think you're meant to harm them just out of convenience.
Yep.
I don't believe in that. Yeah.
Yep. Dogs are disposable in Texas. They dump my gas stations. Yeah, that's how Lester and Jamie got.
Yeah, that's how they got a lot of their.
That's how they got their dog. They just got the one they just got.
And I've heard that people dump dogs here. Like ever since we moved in, they said just beware. People dump dogs here. That's what they do. So
I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm not judging people that are that way. I'm just saying I don't understand. I've never understood it. And really if I hit a dog, I stop. And I think this is what really frustrated me. Someone just hit him and just kept going. Like never even
just don't care.
Yep. They just kept on going. And so that's kind of that's what I don't get. Like if I hit someone's animal and I'm going to, even if it's not someone's animal, if I hit an animal, I'm going to stop and check on it. And if it's suffering, I'm going to put it out of its misery because I don't want it to suffer. And if it's, you know, if it's clearly a pet and I'm by someone's house, I'm going to go talk to that person, you know, get the animal out of the road, or, you know, I don't know.
I was mortified when I ran over a deer. Like I just, if I kill somebody's pet, I don't know if I'm gonna ever recover from that.
Yeah, you were so mortified about hitting the deer, you brought it home for us to. It
was already dead, I know, but I was like, honey, what do I do? And he's like, well, it's dead. And I'm like,
yeah, there's not a lot to do, but I'm glad you didn't leave it in the road.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't want to just leave it there.
Yep. But anyway, that's kind of enough talking about.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's all kind of downer stuff. Sorry we got on that topic.
Subject,
but back to the happy news. Henry is good. Henry is all good.
Oh, yeah. See, and I think that's the thing when you. Oops, sorry, I hit that wrong button. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Sorry. I always hit the wrong button.
There you go.
Yeah, when you kind of grow up with it, it teaches you that respect for them. You know, you just you grow up with that whole animals are meant to be worked with or worked alongside us. You know, live cohesively with them.
Yep. There is fake spamming going on.
Okay.
I haven't seen any in the comments when I've been looking through, but if there is, feel free to report it or let me know if you see any comments like that, so that
Oh, I'm sorry. Kathy said, Angie, what are your favorite things to cook? I did see Kathy. Sorry, I meant to get to it. Favorite things to make?
Yeah, what are your favorite things to cook?
There's things I'm good at, and then there's my favorite things. So things I'm pretty good at are like the old Southern foods, red beans and rice. I've made jambalaya before.
Old Louisiana foods.
Old Louisiana foods, you know, the soul foods. I'm used to cooking those, but the things I love to make are the interesting things. I love to make the culturally interesting foods that I've never had before and never tried before. He turned me on to sushi. I made sushi with him a few times. Loved every second of it. I like cooking just things that aren't normal and mundane and everyday to me. I like making things that are out of the box, that are outside my comfort zone. I want to try something new and flavorful and different. Those are fun things to me.
My favorite thing to cook is anything that tastes good.
Anything with butter.
Yeah. Look, y'all, so we made these was it New Year's Day that we made the cabbage rolls? Or was it New Year's Eve? It was New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve.
So New Year's Eve, we made these Asian cabbage rolls, y'all. And
good.
Oh man, I have never made cabbage rolls before, and that was
fabulous.
It was so good. It was really good. And we put like a sesame sauce on top of one batch of them, one pan of them, and then we put the sweet chili sauce on top of the other pan of them, and they were. Ooh, y'all, they were so good.
Both good, but totally different. And one had pork in it, and one had little shrimp in it, and it just like different flavors. So good.
Yep, it was good. Winston's whining and fussing. Yeah, he's fussing. He's being a little whiny, fussy. He hadn't gotten enough attention today. I guess.
Go get your rope.
So when with the cabbage rolls, even the kids ate the cabbage rolls. So that, to me, that says something. Like, as a kid, I wouldn't have eaten a cabbage roll, even if it did taste good. So when they ate cabbage rolls, that said something to me. That's pretty incredible. It says I need to make them again. You okay, baby?
I'm sorry, I was sleepy. It has been a long Sunday, a good Sunday, but a sleepy Sunday.
Yep. So as a reminder for those of you that joined late, Thursdays we're no longer doing lives. We'll only be on Sundays, and Monday if you're over in Australia on the other side of the time, the international date line. So we do Monday lives in Australia. You didn't know that, did you?
No,
we do Monday lives over there. Yeah.
But
we're only doing the one live a week now.
Mhm.
And Angie's going to start putting out an extra video on Thursdays instead of the live. She's going to put out an extra video on her channel, or if you're on Facebook, it just posts to Facebook. So,
and again, y'all feel free to tell me what y'all want to see on my channel. I know I have all these ideas
Mhm.
of stuff I want to post and
Yep.
things I want to talk about. But if there's things y'all want to talk about or see me do or see me work with or go
Yep.
play with,
an aspect of the
Any aspect
farm
of
that
our-
maybe are the family or
or
homestead
our
that you want to
family, our home,
see,
our
yeah.
life, my
Mhm.
interests,
Yep.
Anything that you want to see happen or do or want
Yep.
to discuss, let me know and I will incorporate that in a video.
Yep. And also, don't forget Chestnut Hills is putting out a normal video tonight, not doing a live. And Hoss Tools and Tracy from Just Dig It Farms
yep.
is going to do a live together over on Hoss Tools' channel. You can check that out on
Mhm.
Facebook or YouTube at Hoss Tools.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna about wrap up because we're actually coming up on 6 o'clock.
Got to watch the show
So-
with the kids. I've got one more thing to do tonight.
Yep, and we're gonna watch the Hoss
Watch
live
the
at
Hoss
6, and then
live,
watch the show with the
then
kids.
Start putting them together after that.
Yeah, we gotta watch the other episode. There's another episode of The Chosen to watch. So I don't know if y'all watched The Chosen, but it's a pretty
Yeah,
good show. It's
really
good. We love it.
Really good.
But we
And then
love
we're
y'all.
gonna pass out after that.
Yeah, we love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us and always
Yes.
just showing the love
Thank
to
you for
us.
being here for us.
Yeah, I hope y'all are having and apparently Shirtless Jake is live at 6:30.
Oh yes.
So yep, there you
Go
go.
watch Shirtless Jake.
Yep. And anyway, y'all have a great evening and or morning. If you're over in Australia, have a great morning.
Get you
if
some
you're
hot
over,
tea, snuggle in, watch
Yep.
a show, enjoy your Sunday night,
yep,
Monday morning.
yep. And y'all have a great one. We will catch y'all in the next live.
Love you.